W's draft.
Yeah, I am a really big fan of easy execution in a lot of spots here too. It's just really easy for W to play like a succinct style. The pressure here.
No one has really questioned Pays and his ability. As I gotta say, Monkey was spotted doing his first 3 camp spot, but was not spotted mid.
There we go. That's the aggressiveness of Team W right there. Karras lands the root. Monkey flies in. First blood.
Playing with full info, but a potential dive could come in. Vampire still 2. He should hit 3 those soon. He's probably 1 man way away.
Right, here we go. We're going to try and get those concussive blows stacked up, but the turn aggro's being juggled. Missing will be traded out there for Taeyun's life. But Pays is able to knows those timers and has the troops coming to assist him just like that. And the one positive side for the flip for WE is that Sion is probably the best 1v2 weak side champion, especially we saw in Split 1 when you can
area
swap
traditionally where Shen's been playable, where we see him, but now Ala.
Yeah, Monkey trying to set up for another pick play here. They can't get the knockup though. Ala gets the flash out, but it doesn't matter. Monkey with the tunneler has more than enough.
Where's Ala?
We already have TPs come across. Cube is in. There's a Chains of Corruption down. They're going to try and burn through the Sion with 4 members, and Cube is just picked off and sectioned down. Monkey trying to avoid that Braum passive. Will try and trade back in, but gets stunned up by Shun, who pops Crescent Guard, so Karras can't get any damage back out and cannot save Monkey. Seismic Shelf not going to land from Scout, but they might have their pick nonetheless as Karras gets far too low. The concussive blow Q nearly finds its mark. Vampire trying to desperately peel for Karras as Shun dives under the turret, knowing that Stand United is there to bail them out as this game progresses.
Yeah, again, this is the mid game where JDG should be stronger. WE for sure set behind after that last set of plays. They're going to focus on this top side as Monkey going to find Missing, but doesn't know that Missing is alone.
Still safe.
That felt like a split call from WE.
Now Vampire, he's jumping in. 2 versus 3 right now. They have the Weaver's Wall. There's the Pantheon ultimate. Monkey joins the fight, but it's Taeyun actually flashing after and killing off Pays, and that just sets off the whole chain reaction. WE playing with that confidence again, but Monkey's taking a lot of damage. Here comes the Stand United. Jun with Ala is going to try and join the fight. Ala, though, gets canceled out. Doesn't matter. Vampire falls next. Jun able to keep Karras and Taeyun off the front line. The Crescent Guard blocks all of that damage. True Shot Barrage doesn't find it.
Done on the Pays. Just what happens after this? I guess I know Taeyun's a little bit low, but WE they get split from Taeyun. They overextend. They don't kind of retreat back him.
Oh my God! Cube has a genius Sion ultimate. Pays didn't even get to move again. The JDG 80 carry drops at the start of the fight. The huge damage amp for this composition. But they still want to try and fight out with their range. In goes Shun, knocking back Karras, but in flies Vampire, trying to set up Shun and get value out of that Crescent Guard, but Scout is ramping up on this damage as well on the backside of this fight. Karras and Taeyun are trying to hold the line, and with the zombified Cube, they're going to try and knock down Missing. Find another big kill, but Shun goes in on Taeyun with Ala right up in front, and he lands a 2-man taunt, and Scout flies in off his own Weaver's Wall to seal the fate of WE.
WE just don't have the damage right now. And that fight could not have gotten off to a better start because Cube had a huge connect on the Pays, who of course was sumless. But WE playing out the rest of that one. They aren't playing patiently enough against this JDG comp, and the strength of the draft that JDG has right now is paying off. This feels like Karras is tickling people at the moment.
Just a little bit too late to some of these plays.
Cube, again, you cannot ask for a better start to this fight.
Of course,
Cube's going to take a lot of damage.
What's going on live here?
Back to live.
Oh my gosh.
United. Goodbye, Monkey.
Monkey and Vampire just picked off. There's the threat of those global ultimates showing through, but Karras on the backside is going to shut down Scout.
Able to play this one out, so I mean, I don't know exactly how that one developed. That was interesting. That replay again, I feel like WE, like after Cube took all that damage, just weren't quite able to get out. As okay, we're looking bot.
Vampire jumped in 1v2 to get Pays. Yep.
Well, yeah, 2v3. Tankier was nice too, but return to live. This mid turret's going down. JDG going to continue to add a little bit more gold to their lead, and again, still feel like their comp's pretty strong, but some of the concerns that we painted early on with protecting this Varus, I have for sure seen the light of day in the earlier stages of this one.
We're going after Ala again. Good way to take away the Shen. The Stand United, send him to the gray screen. This time, Monkey and Cube able to get that one done.
Yeah, Ala not even going to burn the flash, and that was the right choice as he went down there. Up way too far. And again, think mistakes for JDG. Like, this is still a point of the game where this game's close and within reach for WE.
Oh, Here we go. Scout with the reaction play on the other side
TP
of the map
coming
towards
in.
Karis. Great dodge on the seismic shove. Karis is going to be able to buy enough space until Shoot flashes right in, gets the knock up the Seraph shield, the dodge on the Braum Q, and the Glacial Fissure. Karis just knocked off so many valuable ultimates. Cube on the flank. Vampire flashes, gets the stun down onto Scout. This Seraph shield should not save Scout. The Grand Starlight, everybody from Team WE pulled up to the party, knocking down Scout. And what's their grand prize, Cubby? Otacon.
I don't get this play from JDG. I mean, part of me doesn't get it. I feel like if they're more in sync, they might have been able to pull this one off. We do have to pause because Shoot is here. It could smite steal. They've dragged this one down a bit.
Paze now just joins. The smite down to 8 HP, but they get it done. So JDG do not threaten the Otacon, and they're going for more here. Who's the comp that plays the map better? Because right now it seems like it's Team WE as they Realm Warp Vampire right on top of Ala. Jun, you do not want to jump into that dumpster fire. Another pick found.
Paze has sums up. It feels like Paze needs summoner spells up in these fights to function. Because he needs help, right? I mean, this Varus can't do it alone. It's really tough to play Varus this game. You need a lot of help from your team to be able to make this one work.
They're going for more here once again. Team WE on the hunt. The Weaver's Wall does block off a lot of the damage dealers. Cube gets thrown under turret by a good seismic shove. So Scout is chunking down this very tanky Scion. WE have to play on the back foot. Meanwhile, all this time, Ala's getting turrets on the top side. When is he going to join that Stand United? He does it. The big stun lands down from Cube. Ala flies in, though. Only gets Vampire. And this time, Paze gets the free hit and generate more and more damage. But Taeyun, flashing over the wall, finds one kill. Gets away from Shoot. No, he won't escape him. But Monkey's able to trade him out. It's chaos all across this bottom side river. But it's JDG narrowly coming out on top 3-2.
Holy cow, these fights are explosive. Paze did burn his flash there, but was able to do a lot of work. He's flashless, though.
Oh, he tries to dive after Paze, but Ala was there to cover him. This time, Paze should not fall. Great sidestep on the Q. Paze this time survives, and now Karis has to pay the toll for his jungler.
Oh, the hands from Paze, they were fantastic in that fight. Isolated the Scion, but Paze was the one who was electric in the back half of this. Keep your eyes onto him. Work it on the Cube. Karis gets slowed down. Again, the chase from JDG is decent here. And, okay.
Oh, no, Scout again.
Going. Scout caught.
Again, it's the same reoccurring problems for Scout.
Yeah. That sucks, because I would have loved to see that replay. Instead, we just have to watch Scout die for nothing. I get to miss out on Paze's banger play again, and Paze is probably a Scion like, God, I have no flash this time, and I need another banger play if I'm to stop this Baron, which is now being started by WE.
Why not? WE knows so many summoners are off the board here. They also want to force Ala up. So he immediately teleports in. This is still a 5v4 for Team WE, who want to really break the bank and open up this game one. But Baron is really taking its sweet time going down. It was all a fake for WE to find the engage. Going after Paze once again. Vampire gets on top of him. Cube's there as well. There are no summoners on this forest, and the true shot barrage sends him back to base. Team WE spring the trap at Baron, and they're looking to cash all the chips in right now. Shun and Ala on the back foot, but they've got themselves Scout returning with the Weaver's Wall. And once again, we go back to dancing with Baron, but this time WE 5-on-3.
Love the execute on the Paze. Again, Paze no sums. It's so difficult to fight as this on-hit Varus with no sums. WE's making it look hard as they had a good execute there. They're getting a little bit low.
How do they do this? How do they get to Taeyun or Karis without any of their main damage dealers? Scout has no range to play at, and it's this point at the tip of Monkey's spear that sends another member of JDG down.
Really poor game from Scout. I would usually say it's uncharacteristic, but we have seen Scout have a couple of stinkers here. This is definitely one of them.
Look at Monkey's health bar. Monkey needs to be careful. He needs to be close enough to smite. Ala tries to get the top, but it doesn't land. Monkey's smite range true. Sure, he falls, but Team WE will finally exit top river with 4.
You're up a full level on Paze, who's about to dink 15. This is soul point now for WE, which, I mean, given Baron and the pressure they have is assumed. But, again, JDG was so important for them with this mid-game, like, to do something. And we've really highlighted the globals from Ala and Scout needing to make plays to get ahead of WE. What did we see this game? Ala and Scout really struggling to play inside lanes, and the round warps and Monkey being too big as Taeyun stuck.
No, but Taeyun! That's both summoners down! They teleport in Karis as well. He's immediately going to use the Realm Warp to save Monkey. Ooh. Team WE with a critical mistake, and Ala's looking to punish it even further. Flashing on top of Karis, who now has to burn another one of his summoners. But the flashes keep on coming. The hits are rolling right now, and Karis and Taeyun are going to fall an absolute collapse moment for World Elite.
All right, Scout, good comeback. That was a beautiful setup and a great play as Baron was up for WE. Now Baron's down, and JDG, they're likely going to take an inhibitor here. Taeyun has 20 seconds on him. Karis won't be up for a bit. I don't think they can end, but for sure inhibitor falls, and yeah, they're going to take that, and that's it. But
well, here's the future problem, though, Cubby. Yeah, it is. Here's the. Oh my God, Karis is doing a scout impression in the side lanes. What's going on to these carries?
Again, we know that WE's been hot. They've been playing a good game so far. We definitely have not seen this be a perfect game from either of our teams, but
nope.
Man, WE don't grasp defeat. See if it pays off.
Also JDG. Pays is also the first person to get to 4 items here with the Jack Show completed. Grabs no screen, taking his Vampire's going to go in. Has the Grand Starfall coming across. They're going after Pays. Does cleanse, does flashback. Cube follows after him. This time Pays is not protected. He is under threat and he falls. Karis and Taeyun bring the damage, and just like that, this topsy-turvy game swings back into WEZ's favor. It's only a matter of time before JDG start to crumble under the crushing might of Taeyun and Karis.
That was a really good setup from WE, making up for some of their own sins we've seen in this game. But again, like, Pays has sums up. Look at how difficult that fight is for Pays to play out. You got Scion in your face, you have Ryze behind you, you have a Grand Skyfall right on top of you too. And all those tools, there's not enough tools to peel for Pays. And I don't see if there's enough tools to actually get Shun out of this pit. Monkey's getting low.
Scout is getting eviscerated off to the side here by Taeyun, and there's the Root Prism land. Jun is going to fall. He doesn't even get a chance to try and steal away that.
Leona combo or a Pantheon 2 over the top, and that's it. So I think WE, odds that they end on this push, very high. Again, I think playing 2 lanes, pretty nice. Missing you. The last time WE
responds in about 10 seconds, so the fight over the mid wave will start it out here unless Cube sees an angle on to Pays. The run warp to the back end. Gotta watch Pays. Will he be protected? Vampire says no. Will the Stay United bail him out? Alla comes flying in. Pays is desperately trying to kite himself back out to safety, but no! He will fall! And Taeyun ramping up on the front side may seal this game's fate, but Scout has a ton of damage of his own. It's only Taeyun and Cube left up. Did Pays buy JDG enough time? It certainly damn looks like it. Taeyun has to have his MVP moment of this game to save this fight because Cube's health bar is desperately crumbling. Taeyun trying to pump as much damage as he possibly can. This full build Ezreal. The wall comes up. They're getting it low. Shun, who lost that big 50-50 Kanavi on Elder, this time is not going to have to 50-50 it at all. He's waiting to see if he can get up on all 5 members, and he does.
Baron's push for the end with Elder up. Of course, it's a lot of strength, but could be kind of dangerous here. Because once Elder expires, I mean, if you're too far up on the map, we could...
Yes.
Yeah, that's a hell of a roller coaster that we have here.
It's the first game of the day, Cubby.
I mean, I feel like I've talked a lot.
Soon as JDG.
I mean, 30 seconds. They can get 2 inhibitors. I don't think they can push Nexus turrets, though.
Oh,
As Karis misses.
Karis gets away from the seismic shove. Not going to get low enough for the Elder to pop him there. Waves are coming up.
20 seconds.
Take down both those inhibitors.
I mean, I'm telling you, once Elder expires, they're like, WE's going. I think this is it for JDG.
Boy.
We're really flipping
They're on a timer. They're going in now. Still 10 seconds on the Elder. That's a huge side of from Scout to buy space. They went too early, and now Pays is going to make all of WE pay. The Elders are just popping Team WE across the board as they immediately lose their 2 tankiest members. Elder is gone, but it might have been a fleeting hope. JDG, it's been topsy-turvy all game long, but they're going to try to cool off the hot streak of Team WE and win themselves a 45-minute banger game 1.
I don't get why WE went then. Your Nexus turrets, you don't need to fight under both. It would have been better to wait out. Like, every